Hey Scrap Bosses, I'm back with something fun to share with you. Scrapbook.com just released their set of exclusive digital cut files. So if you like cutting images and designs from your Silhouette, your Brother, or your Cricut, or any other die cutting machine, then this will be right up your alley. Now, at the time that I filmed this video, there were 4 die cuts available, or digital die cut packages that are available on the site, and I believe there are going to be 4 or 5 more that will roll out. The one that I'm working with today is called Color Me Happy. Now, this particular bundle includes 15 designs. Now, all of the digital cut file packages includes designs for scrapbooks, cards, pocket pages, planners, and traveler's notebooks, and it's available as a FVG and a PNG file. In fact, you get both of those files when you purchase the package. Now, what I'm working with is the rainbow frame that comes with this digital pack, as well as the Color Me Happy die cut. And what I've done, or cut file rather. Now what I've done with that Color Me Happy, I'm going to use it as a title. In my Silhouette design studio, I'm able to create what's called an offcut. So I have that white solid offcut along with the Color Me Happy that I cut in blue textured cardstock that's going to layer right over that offcut to give it a white border. Also a space for me to fill in the holes in the O's and the P's and the A. Now, the next thing I wanted to do was figure out the pattern paper. Now for this layout, I am using the colored pencil paper pad from Recollections by Michaels. And what I did was when I cut out this file, the middle sections of that rainbow, of course, would remain. And I could use those as stencils to cut that pattern paper to fit right in the middle. Now I'm showing you some of the materials that I'm using. Everything I'm using for this layout is from my stash, so nothing is new. So I have some pink paisley, some LA Studio, some Amy Tangerine, as well as some thickers. I also have some Cosmo Cricut, that's from a long time ago, some puffy stickers, die cut stickers, all kinds of stuff that I'm going to be using. And I'm showing you the remaining of the letters on my cutting mat. Again, I use a Silhouette Cameo, and I'm going to use those little centerpieces of the O's to fill in later. Now, what I've done, there is a simpler way to do this, but I did it the hard way. What I did was I took the remaining pieces of that rainbow frame. So when I pulled up the frame, of course, you just see the frame the way it is with the white lines. That left the middle sections of those frames. So I took the middle sections and I used that as a template to cut out my rainbow. Now I could have taken my pattern paper, stuck that on the mat, and cut out that frame multiple times using the different pattern paper. So that way the middle sections would be that of the pattern paper. I could have done that, but I did not do that because that meant that I'd have to cut that cut file several times. So I just decided to use the middle parts of that frame to use as a template to cut out the pattern paper. I alternate the pattern papers. Again, this comes from the colored pencil paper pad by Recollections from Michaels. I don't know if this is still available or not. I purchased this paper pad a very long time ago. I'm adding in some Nouveau adhesive to lay down the framed parts. And at first I was going to use this in its rainbow design because of course a rainbow is arched, but then I turned it just a little bit and I liked the way that it looked there on the horizontal. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it that way. I'm going to work on my title, again using the other part of this cut file which says Color Me Happy. I'm going to go ahead and add some liquid adhesive to that blue part, and I'm going to go ahead and overlay that on the offcut with the white cardstock. I wanted a white border. Now, of course, you can alternate the colors if you want to. So if you wanted to use black as your offcut, you could totally do that. And that would be 2 different cuts that you would make on your die cutting machine. I'm pretty sure that the Brother Scan and Cut machine and the Cricut has an offcut option. So you want to look at your machine first to see what features that you have. Okay, so now I'm filling in the O's and the P's with the middles of those that are still stuck to my cutting mat. And once I have that done, I'm pretty good to go. I'm trying to decide where I want my photo in the title. I also added in some foam adhesive because I wanted to give the photo and the title a little bit of height. Now, with the title, you won't see this in the process video, but you'll see it in the end with the photos as well as the photos on my blog. I'm going to fill in with some of that pattern paper, alternating the letters there in my title. So you'll see that at the very, very end because I felt that it needed something else. I could have kept it the way it is, but I filled it in with some pattern paper. Next up, I'm going to do a little bit of embellishing. I thought I would lay down one of those Cosmo Cricut labels. It wasn't working for me. So I grabbed some pink paisley foam stickers from their whimsical collection. I added this multicolored rainbow scalloped right underneath the photo. Then I also grabbed this label that says Fun Times from the same package. Next up, I have some stickers, and these are some chipboard stickers, and this again is from the whimsical collection. So I use a lot of the whimsical collection, mainly because it had those really beautiful multicolored elements. I thought it went well with the pattern paper, so yay for coordinating colors for me. And I just wanted this layout to be super whimsical. Now pictured is my daughter and me, and we were out having breakfast. This was probably about a week ago. We went to go see Maleficent. And anytime we see a Disney movie, we call it our Disney days. And we're counting down until we head back to Walt Disney World, which won't be until next December. And so in between that time, we have Disney days. And I loved this selfie of us. So I decided to do a separate page and talk about how I can't believe she's growing up. The girl is almost as tall as me. If you've been following me so for some time, you've seen her grow up over the years. She is 9 years old. She's going to be 10 next year. And she just looks so grown. So I wanted to capture this. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some of those chipboard stickers. I have some clouds there at the top. I do a lot of fiddling with these embellishments, mainly because they're small. And I wasn't sure if they would work in clusters because my clusters are smaller than what I usually like to make. But I'm just auditioning some of the pieces around. And sometimes you just have to do it. Lay it down, pick it up, lay it down, pick it up, until it looks good to you. All right, so I have the chipboard pieces down, the flowers, the clouds at the top. I added some puffy stickers, a little bird, as well as a butterfly. And then I want to add this little cloud sticker because I like the stripes there, and I think it gave a nice little accent there at the top. There's this label that I am shopping around the layout, and it says best friends because my daughter is definitely my best friend. She's just so sweet. And I'm her best friend too. She's, Mommy, you're my best friend. I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the back of that to have that stand up just a little bit. And so far, I'm very pleased with it. So I have the cluster of flowers there, that label that says best friends. I did tuck in some leaves, again, chipboard pieces. And then, of course, they're at the bottom underneath the title, and then another cluster of clouds with a little birdie. All right, so now I'm looking for another label to go there with that cluster since I had a label there to the right or the left-hand side of the photo. That label says laughter. What I've been doing lately is I've gotten to the habit of typing or writing my journaling before I do my layouts because I often will forget. So I went ahead and typed up my journaling. I'm cutting that up with my tonic little cut or trimmer rather. Love that thing. And now I'm getting all of those journaling pieces lined up and in order. And it says, here's the truth. I don't want you to grow up. Actually, I do. And there's nothing I can do about it. But wow, time sure has gone by really fast. I blinked and standing before me is a little young lady full of so much hope, potential, dreams, and goals. I catch myself staring at you, which sounds weird, but I just cannot believe that my tiny little baby is growing by leaps and bounds. I am so incredibly proud of you. Always remember that, sweet girl. And I think the older she gets, the more reflective I get. I'm not surviving the baby days where we're losing sleep and stuff. Now she seems like just growing like rapid fire, and I just can't seem to keep up, it seems like. And thank goodness for scrapbooking, so I can document how I'm feeling and document pictures of us together and pictures of her growing. I love the fact that I'll have a beautiful record of her childhood growing up and many more memories to come. So I'm feeling kind of sappy. And she does. She colors me happy. Alrighty, so there we go. Completed layout. I added just a few little finishing details, some epoxy hearts by Felicity Jane and some puffies from Ellie's Studio. And I'm going to call this layout done. That pattern paper does a lot of work, so I didn't have to do a whole ton of embellishing. If you want to see some stills of this layout, make sure you head on over to the Victoria Marie blog. And if you haven't already and you like the content on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. When you hit the subscribe button, it's important that you click the bell indicator. That way you'll know each and every time a new video is posted to this channel. I'll see you guys next time.